Good morning, dear students. Today we're going to continue with the last class where I have stopped. I hope you all understood the last class. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, okay? So, let's start with the first problem. General formulation of LPP. Problem 1. I can go a little bit faster because last class itself I have read this question. Okay, so I'm going a little bit fast. A manufacturer produces two type of models M1 and M2. Each model of type M1 requires 4 hours of grinding and 2 hours of polishing, whereas model of type M2 requires 2 hours of grinding and 5 hours of polishing. The manufacturer has 2 grinders and 3 polishers. Each grinder works 40 hours a week and each polisher works for 60 hours a week. Profit on M1 model is rupees 3 and model M2 is rupees 4. Whatever is produced in the week is sold in a market. How should a manufacturer allocate his production capacity to the two type of models so that he may make the maximum profit in a week? Okay, let's go for the solution. First one is what I have told you. What is the first step? I have told you here. So first step is write down the decision variables of the problem. So how many machines they have given here? Only 2 machines they have given, machine 1 and machine 2. So we need to write the decision variables first. Let x1 and x2 be the number of units of M1 and M2 models. So second one is objective function. Since the profit on both the models are given, we have to maximize the profit. So here you can see they have given the maximum profit. In question itself, if they have given the profit, definitely it could be a maximum profit. If in the question if they were given loss on M1 model is rupees 3 and model M2 is rupees 4, if they given like that loss, definitely it could be a minimum loss. So in this question they have given the profit, so we need to write the maximum of Z. This is very important. We need to mention whether it is minimum or maximum in the objective function. So since the profit on both the models are given, we have to maximize the profit. So that is maximum of Z equal to, for M1 3 rupees, M2 4 rupees. That's why we are writing like this. So 3x1 plus 4x2. So here you can see I have written like this: profit given for M1 model and profit given for M2 model. Okay, what is the third step? We need to see constraint. So first one is we need to write the decision variable, second one is objective function, and third one is constraint. There are 2 constraints, one for grinding and another for the polishing. There are 2 operations they have given here. One is grinding, another one is polishing. Here you can see only 2 operations they have given for machine 1 and machine 2, which means model 1 and model 2. So one is grinding, another one is polishing. Here you can see there are 2 constraints, one for grinding and the other for the polishing. So number of hours available on each grinder for 1 week, 40. In question you can see the manufacturer has 2 grinders and 3 polishers. when the manufacturing the product, they are having 2 grinders and 3 polishers. Each grinder works 40 hours. So the workers working for the hours for each grinder. For one grinder 40 hours. For 2 grinders how many hours? Simple, 40 into 2 is equal to 80. So I hope you understand my concept. So here you can see, so the number of hours available on each grinder for 1 week is 40, and these are 2 grinders. Here you can see, so the manufacturer does not have more than 2 into 40. Simple, 2 into 40 equal to 80 hours. 80 hours for grinding. For example, if suppose they have given here 4 grinders, what is the number of hours? 4 into 40. Simple, 160 hours. Okay, same thing. M1 requires 4 hours of grinding. M2 requires 2 hours of grinding. Simple. Here you can see the grinding constraint given is M1 requires 4 hours of grinding. Here you can see M1 requires 4 hours of grinding and 2 hours of polishing. M1 requires 4 hours of grinding and 2 hours of polishing is 80. So it is less than or equal to 80. 4x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 80. And one more important thing I would like to say is, whenever I am explaining this concept in a written way, please don't get afraid of this. Okay, I will repeat once again in a clear manner in a new notebook. Okay, I will write and explain you everything. You don't worry at all. First I am explaining you everything in a theory manner, and then I will explain you in a sum wise. Okay, next one is, since these are 3 polishes times available for the polishing, here you can see for one polisher, here you can see for one polishing, wait a minute, oh here you can see each polisher works for 60 hours. So they have given the 3 polishes. For one polisher 60 hour sorry, for 3 polishes how many hours? Just simple, 60 into 3 equal to 180. Simple. Here you can see 3 into 60 equal to 180 hours of polishing. Here you can see for 2 grinders the workers available for the hour is 40. So we have written that 2 into 40 equal to 80. Here you can see another operation is polishing. Okay, for polishing, for 3 polishers, time available for polishing in a week is given as 3 into 60 equal to 180. Simple. Okay, so M1 requires 2 hours of polishing and M2 requires 5 hours of polishing. Here you can see, sorry, this one is grinding. I'm sorry, I have written wrongly. Wait a minute. Okay, here you can see M2 requires 2 hours of grinding and same M2 requires 5 hours of polishing. This is also not M1, this is M2. This one is M1. Okay, this one is M1, this one is M2. M2 requires 2 hours of grinding. M2, same M2 requires 5 hours of polishing. So we need to write the equation is 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 180. Finally we have maximum of z equal to 3x1 plus 4x2 subject to, this is constraint. To mention the constraint, it is must you have to mention. When you mentioning the subject to, it is called constraint. First one is objective function including the decision variable x1 and x2. This is the final answer we need to write. Okay, so in this entire paragraph, entire question, finally we need to write this solution. This is the solution of that entire problem. Okay, so maximum of z equal to 3x1 plus 4x2. How we can get this? This one is the profit, maximum profit or minimum loss. So 3x1 plus 4x2 subject to, these are all the two constraints. Now only I have explained you in M1 4 hours of grinding, 2 hours of, here you can see M1 requires 4 hours of grinding, 2 hours of polishing. Total number of working hours is 80. Same M2 requires, here you can see M2 requires 2 hours of grinding, and M2 same M2 requires 5 hours of polishing. So here you can see this one is model, this first one is model 1, second one is model 2. These both are combined together, it is called the constraint, where x1 comma x2 is greater than or equal to 0. It is like a simple equation. Okay, it is not much difficult. So there is no negative values here. It is called non-negative constraints. So I have explained this sum very clearly. So next I would like to explain in a clear manner. Okay, first one is, we can go for the question. Please listen carefully. Still now if you couldn't understand this problem, if I explain you like blackboard wise, you can definitely understand what I'm coming to say. Okay, see here you can see wait a minute, sorry for the interruption, sorry, just a minute. I'll explain you with the question and then I'll write the solution. Okay, a manufacturer produces two type of model. So here you can see M1 and M2, two type of models, M1 and M2. What we need to write first? Decision variables. So only they have given the two models. So I am writing x1 and x2. These two is the decision variables. What are the two operations they have given? One is grinding, another one is polishing. Here you can see what are the two operations they have given for the model 1 and model 2. Model 1 and model 2. One is for the grinding, another one is for the polishing. Here here you can see first one is grinding, another one is polishing. These are the two operations they have given. Two operations. Okay, two operations they have given. One is for grinding, another one is for the polishing. Let's see. Write the constraint. Next one is for grinding. For the M1, how many hours? How many hours they have given? M1 requires 4 hours of grinding and same M1 requires 2 hours of polishing. Here you can see same M1 model 1 requires how many hours? 4 hours of grinding, and the same M1 requires how many hours of polishing? 2 hours of polishing. I hope you are all following my lecture. Okay, if you couldn't understand, kindly you can ask me. Okay, don't worry about that. Again, I'm explaining. First, I have written the model 1 m1 and m2. Just I have written the decision variables x1 and x2. So two operations we are doing. One is grinding and second one is the polishing. For model 1 requires how many hours? 4 hours of grinding. Same model 1 requires 2 hours of polishing. Okay, next we can move on to the next one. Same, what is the next one? Whereas model type M2 requires 2 hours of grinding and 5 hours of polishing. Simple. Same, M2 requires how many hours? 2 hours of grinding and 5 hours of polishing. I think you all clear. Okay, please don't confuse this one. Okay, don't get confused when I'm explaining in a clear manner. Okay, what is the next one? Two things we need to follow. For manufacture for grinding, I have explained you everything already. Okay, 2 grinders and 3 polishes. Each grinder works for 40 hours. And how many hours they have worked for? Total hours for 2 grinders. So 2 hours, here you can see 2 hours into 40 for one. So each grinder work for 40 hours. So they have mentioned in the question is 2 grinders. So 2 into 40 equal to 80. What is the next step? See, here you can see same like polisher. Here you can see. Next one is hours a week. Each polisher works for 60 hours. How many polishers are there? 3. So, sorry. This is not our 40 hours. 40 hours. So, totally 80 hours. This is 3 polishers will work at 60 hours. So, totally 180 hours. I think you all understand. From this, I would like to conclude as they have given 2 models M1 and M2. First, we have written the decision variables x1 and x2. For M1 model, they have given the 4 hours of grinding, and the same M1 model they have given the 2 hours of polishing. And then next one is for M2. In question they have given 2 hours of grinding. Same M2 requires 5 hours of polishing. Then we need to write the right side of the constraints. Okay, so for each person, each worker, we need 40 hours. So they have given the 2 grinders. Okay, so 2 into 40 equal to 80 hours. For each polisher, they have given the 60 hours. So in question, they have given 3 polishers. So 3 into 60 equal to 180 hours. Okay, that's it. Finally, we need to write the profit, right? Here you can see profit of, already you know this one. Okay, already they have given the profit, so definitely it could be in a maximum, not in minimum value. So profit on M1 model is rupees 3 and profit on M2 model is rupees 4. Okay, here you can see profit of M1 model is rupees 3, right? It is M1 model is rupees 3. Profit of M2 model is rupees 4. This one is the profit. From this, we need to write the solution. Okay, what is the first one? We need to write the decision variables. decision variables. What are the decision variables? X1 and X2. Okay. Once again, wait a minute. Finally you have to write like this, okay, when the problem is solving, okay, when you are going to solve the problem, you have to we have to write like this. What are the decision variables? You know already, x1 comma x2. What is the second step? We need to write the objective function. So I am writing the objective function. What are the objective functions? We need whether it is maximum or minimum. We know already, this is the profit. When they have given the profit, definitely it must be in a maximum one. So maximum of z equal to 3x1 plus 4x2. This is called objective function. What is the third step? We need to write constraint. Okay. Constraint, I need to mention whenever I am writing the constraint, the subject to is very important. Okay. So constraint, how many? These are all the things you know already. Okay. 4x1 plus 2x2 greater than or equal, less than or equal to 80. 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 180. Just write down that number into, you can translate this into equation. Okay. 4x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 80. 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 180. That's it. Finally, I am writing the solution. Maximum of z equal to 3x1 plus 4x2 subject to 4x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 80. 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 180, where x1 comma x2 must be greater than or equal to 0. Always greater than or equal to 0. Okay. This is the answer for the first problem. Dear students, I hope you all understand this sum. If you couldn't understand clearly, kindly repeat the video again and again. You can watch it and kindly take a note on it. Please don't forget to put new notebook for the RMT subject. And one more important point is you need to put the graph note for this subject. Okay. Next coming problems, we can go for the graph sheet. Problems, it could be we can draw in the graph sheet. Okay, don't worry about that. Kindly put new notebook for this. Take everything in the note. If you have any doubt, you can call me or you can communicate with through the Google Classroom. Thank you, my dear students. Today class is over. Thank you all.